For decades, the printed college prospectus has been a familiar cornerstone of student recruitment. Each year, thousands of copies are printed, distributed at open days, posted to prospective students and handed out at schools. But in a rapidly evolving digital landscape, are these traditional approaches still relevant or even effective? To get to the heart of this question, Prospectus Plus partnered with the College Marketing Network and surveyed 26 colleges across the UK, exploring their current prospectus habits and strategies. The findings not only challenged prevailing assumptions, but also revealed significant gaps between perception and reality, particularly around sustainability, cost effectiveness, and engagement measurement. In this article, we'll share the top 10 most surprising insights uncovered in our 2025 survey. These findings shed light on hidden inefficiencies, widespread misconceptions, and missed opportunities, particularly in leveraging digital, personalised experiences, something that today's students actively prefer. Now, there are two key studies to bear in mind when we look at this research. The first is the PRISM report, which happened in November 2024, where we collaborated with UCAS to establish a groundbreaking report on pre-application marketing to students. In that report, we found that 77% of students said they would prefer or strongly prefer a personalised prospectus over a general one, and 93% considered receiving personalised content tailored to their course or subject as either valuable or highly valuable. We also found that students wanted choice when it came to the prospectus format. Now, the second study is the SMRS Media Mapper report, which happened in June 2025, and that showed that students are more than twice as likely to prefer online prospectuses over printed ones. Now, that happened just 6 months after our PRISM report, so the trend of audiences preferring digital formats is shifting, and it's happening even faster than we expected. So, whether you're a marketing director, budget holder, or senior leader at your college, these insights from our latest survey offer valuable insight into how your prospectus strategy might need to adapt to better serve your students and your institution goals. So, let's dig into them, the top 10 insights. In at number 1, colleges still print thousands more prospectuses than you think. The average college prints over 17,000 copies annually, far exceeding what many would anticipate. With increased preference for digital formats amongst students, this represents a significant misalignment. What's even more telling is the near total absence of data on digital prospectuses. While we can confidently report on how many are printed, how many pages they contain and what they cost, we have very little insight into how colleges are approaching digital alternatives. And that's because very few are using them. And this is a huge opportunity. While the sector has overinvested in print, digital remains vastly underexplored, undermeasured and underutilised. For those of you looking to capitalise on student trends, let's remember that students now preference the digital format over printed prospectuses. 2. Colleges print over 500 million pages annually. In total, responding colleges printed over 47 million pages last year. This staggering number highlights the extensive resource use and potential environmental impact. But that's just the beginning. When extrapolated across the entire UK FE sector, comprising of approximately 277 colleges, the estimated total rises to 508 million printed pages annually. That's more than 500 million pages, the majority of which are destined to be out of date or discarded within months. The scale of this alone should be prompting serious reflection on sustainability and efficiency. Now, as a bonus, if you were to stack all of those 508 million pages on top of one another, you'd have a paper tower that almost touches the edge of space. And in just 4 years, if we kept printing the same amount, we could have a prospectus skyscraper that went all the way to the moon. 3. The average FE college prospectus is 60 pages long. Now, with approximately 34 pages dedicated exclusively to course listings, and your typical prospect only really being interested in one of them, printed prospectuses can quickly become outdated and cumbersome for prospective students to navigate. Long publications are a burden for the team or person responsible for putting prospectuses together. 54% of respondents said that the biggest challenge when putting their prospectus together was getting information from the curriculum or course teams in the first place. We all know how it goes. You send out a zillion emails and fight back and forth for months about the tone of voice. It's an archaic practice. It baffles us that no one else has tried to build a system to help. At least now you have Prospectus Plus and its content management system where you can gather content in one place and give all your colleagues an account to help you out. If you haven't got Prospectus Plus yet, it might be time to take the plunge. 4. Colleges spend up to £60,000 annually on prospectus printing. When looking at those creating full-time 16 to 18 prospectuses, the average printing bill clocked in at over £10,000. When we combined one college's different prospectus permutations, the highest reported annual spend was over 60 grand. Now, whilst budgets vary amongst the different types that are produced, it highlights substantial budgetary implications in maintaining print-heavy recruitment strategies. 5. Nearly 40% report hundreds of leftover copies. Most colleges said that they gave out all of their printed prospectuses, but about 39% of colleges admitted to having a few hundred copies left over every year. That's significant waste, both in college cash and for your sustainability goals. 6. Over half of colleges don't track prospectus engagement. This is perhaps the most baffling statistic from our research. 56% of respondents don't track engagement metrics at all, making it nearly impossible to determine return on investment or effectiveness of the prospectus. So for something that colleges are spending upwards of £10,000 on each year, they're unable to tell you what that spend actually achieved for them. You wouldn't accept that from any other marketing spend or project, so why is that the norm for the prospectus? 7. The most common reason for printing is students expect it. Do they though? Despite the prevalent belief, leading research indicates that students prefer digital and personalised content, which completely dispels this commonly cited justification. Students are actually more than twice as likely to prefer online prospectuses over printed ones, and 93% of students consider receiving personalised content tailored to their course or subject as either valuable or highly valuable. We put it to you that students do not expect a printed prospectus. Your senior leadership team does. The majority of survey respondents told us that marketing directors are in control of the prospectus spend. So, marketing directors assemble. It is time to fight for your audience. 8. Updating printed prospectuses is painful for many of you. Over 50% of respondents described updating their printed materials as painful, with 73% of you leaving typos and errors uncorrected until the next print cycle. Now, it is easy to dismiss this as an inconvenience, but the reality is that it is a compliance risk. Outdated or incorrect information in a printed prospectus can have real consequences, from inaccurate course content or entry requirements to misleading financial information. The failure to update materials in a timely fashion may fall short of Consumer Markets Authority, or the CMA as you might know them, expectations. Now, in sectors where accuracy and transparency are paramount, relying on static documents that can't be amended post-distribution is a serious operational weakness. 9. Our penultimate finding, only 1 in 10 colleges are extremely confident in their prospectus strategy. That's a mere 9.4% reported being extremely confident in their prospectus strategy, indicating widespread uncertainty and dissatisfaction with current prospectus methods. And yet, this is a huge task given serious budget, a cycle that your institution has been honing since it opened its doors, decades. If you don't feel good about your prospectus strategy, something is wrong. It might be normal in the UK FE sector to feel that way, but that doesn't make it right. Now, Prospectus Plus can instill the confidence that you deserve and be your competitive advantage for student recruitment. If you're interested, speak to us about your strategy and we'll show you how we might be able to help. And finally, coming in at number 10, sustainability tops considerations for future prospectus decisions. 87.5% of colleges identified sustainability as a critical factor for future decisions, despite continued widespread of reliance on printed formats. And yet, if the sector refuses to change, it will produce 2,500 tonnes of CO2. That's the equivalent emissions after burning 1.1 million litres of petrol. So the best time to act was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. So what's the broader impact here? These cumulative findings point to substantial inefficiencies within the traditional prospectus strategies across the sector. The gaps in sustainability, budgeting effectiveness, and engagement tracking paint a clear picture of outdated practices. In an era where students are increasingly looking for personalised digital interactions, reliance on print materials not only leads to waste, but also fails to meet student expectations. The PRISM and SMRS Media Mapper reports underscore these issues, showing that digital-first strategies not only reduce operational burden, but also deliver stronger engagement, clearer ROI tracking, and a smaller environmental footprint. Colleges maintaining outdated strategies risk falling behind peers who proactively embrace innovation and digital-first solutions. Colleges that are looking to address these challenges can take several practical steps, the first of which is to audit your current strategy. You need to identify areas of waste and inefficiency by conducting a thorough audit of your current prospectus workflow and spending. At the bare minimum, your prospectus editor will thank you for checking in. 2. Adopt a digital-first approach. Move towards digital, personalised prospectus solutions that will align you with student expectations and improve overall engagement. And before you think of it, no, a PDF simply won't cut it. If you don't know where to start though, speak to Prospectus Plus for a demo. 3. Enhance your engagement tracking. Implement advanced engagement metrics to clearly track the ROI, student interaction, and the effectiveness of your prospectus, regardless of the medium. And in case you wondered, yes, analytics are at the heart of Prospectus Plus. 4. Prioritise sustainability. Recyclable paper isn't enough anymore. Give sustainability a true seat at the table and align your marketing strategies with institutional sustainability goals, significantly reducing your environmental impact. And that's a wrap for this year's survey. Now, Prospectus Plus can assist you in seamlessly transitioning to a more effective digital-first prospectus strategy. If you are interested in that in any way, shape or form, contact us today for a tailored consultation.